Everybody on the top got the same sound. Everything I'm about to...
Oh wait, I don't think this is the right one. Ooh, little delay. 1 second. There we go. This is the right one.
Everybody on the top got the same sound. Everything I'm about to drop, make a name now. Yeah, y'all don't really know, y'all don't really know. Y'all don't really know, y'all don't really know. Yeah, I ain't never gonna be the same now. I'ma tear up this whole fucking game now. Yeah, y'all don't really know, y'all don't really know. Y'all don't really know, y'all don't really know. I got so many bars, call it kamikaze. Ain't nobody ever gonna ever stop me. And I know that I could be a little cocky. That's the byproduct of hard work, no it's not free. I'm at a top speed, I think you lost me. Do not cross me, I keep dropping all these hits and I know that they watching. They keep showing up in my place, always knocking. Knock, knock, bitch, I've been standing right here. Been over 3 years and then you just got here. Man, get me a beer and open up the mirrors. Let me show you now what you've been missing for years. Call it premiere, I could take a boy's name and smear, or take it up a gear and end your career and make you feel fear, or make you disappear. Cause I am right here and not going nowhere. Everybody on the top got the same sound. Everything I'm about to drop, make a name now. Yeah, y'all don't really know, y'all don't really know. Y'all don't really know, y'all don't really know. Yeah, I ain't never gonna be the same now. I'ma tear up this whole fucking game now. Yeah, y'all don't really know, y'all don't really know. Y'all don't really know, y'all don't really know.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to I Love Money All-Stars Day 46. It has been a long
season, and we have 3 people left. We have 2 from season 2, and we have 1 from season 4. As you can tell from my background, we are no longer in the Winterfell Castle. I took us all the way back, right to where it began. We're back in Guadalupe Island, which I think Nika and Sean kind of remember. This is the island where everything all first happened. I brought you guys here because I wanted to start tonight by doing a little bit of remembrance for the people that have been eliminated this season. So yeah, Nini, you're there, right? I think she's there.
Yeah, I just had to mute my phone because my baby's crying like crazy. Sorry.
Aww, you're okay, don't worry. So I wanted to quickly ask you guys some questions as well. So Sean, you were very stressed out during the last elimination. And Gloria seemed like someone that you were very close to. She had said on the call that you guys were trying to go to the end together. Also, you got to beat your placement, and now you're in the top 3. How much stress is on you tonight?
I think, well, I feel like I'm equally stressed as everyone left in the game. I'm happy I beat my placement, but I think as of right now, like, I don't know what the fuck we're doing moving forward. So I don't know what we need materials or anything like that. So like, my stress level is calm at the moment until you say like, oh, you're not the final 3. Someone's coming back or something like that. I don't know.
Surprise, I'm bringing Demonica back. Oh my gosh. Nika, you have a unique situation compared to the other members of this final 3 because you have been in this spot before. And if you move it 1 place forward, then you'll be in the same position you were before. Do you have any nerves going into tonight?
My nerves for tonight is mainly just the unknown, not knowing what's going to happen. I'm kind of like Sean with the, okay, do we need materials? What we finna do? Me, y'all know I've always got shit going on with my time and stuff. And even now, like, I'm about to leave and get on the road. So if anything goes down, it's like, might be left for death. So I'm nervous right now, but I'm like, what's meant to be is meant to be. And I'll leave it at that. I think I played a hell of a good game. I mean, I feel like I did what needed to be done. I felt like I was loyal as fuck. So I'm happy with the game that I played. And at the end of the day, that makes me a winner regardless.
Aw, well, I love to hear that. Enid, you came into the game with a lot of stress that you put on yourself. I know that after you left the first time, you had the goal that you're like, I don't want to leave the same way I left last time. And you made it all the way to Final 3 when people weren't expecting you to make it past the merge or the jury phase of the game. So how much stress are you feeling tonight?
I'm sorry, Dylan. Can you repeat that? I'm sorry.
You came into the game with a lot of pressure that you put on yourself because of how you left the first time as one of the people that quit the game their first season. People also weren't expecting you to make it as deep as you did. So how do you feel now in the Final 3 and possibly a winner?
I'm freaking out. I'm freaking out. I'm scared. Even if I don't win, I think that I'm okay with where I placed. I think that us three, like I feel like it's perfect. I don't know, like I think I'm okay, Dylan. Like even though I'm like freaking out, like even if I don't win, like I'm fine. I'm fine. I'll be okay.
All right. Well, you guys made it to the top 3, but 21 people didn't. So we're just gonna take a couple of moments to say thank you to the people that left. First one out was Janine. Now, I know some of you had problems with Janine. Janine came into this game as a winner, and I felt like she was one of the best of all time. It's unfortunate that she had these feelings and thoughts in her head that I was plotting against her, because she probably could have done really well, but Nika was her replacement. So do you guys have any feelings about Janine?
I love Janine. But being that this is the second game that I played with Janine, that's predictable. Like Janine is a very paranoid player. So when you play with her, like that's what you need to expect. You need to expect her to be paranoid. Simple.
Yeah. I don't think we have any other comments, so I'm going to move on. The next one was Dylan, and this was Enid's partner. And Enid, you beat him in that duel, and you saved yourself from elimination. He made it all the way to top 2 his first time, and I know he was one of the people that came into this kind of wanting to prove himself. And it's very sad that he had to go home so early because I know he really wanted to play. Does anyone have any thoughts on Dylan?
These are season 4 players, so obviously, Dylan is awesome. Season 4, same thing. With the, he had to work. He had a lot of things going on. He tried his best. I appreciate him. And that's pretty much it.
Next was Demonica. Demonica made a pretty big splash in the game, even though she was only here for a week. She won the power of the, what was it? The whistleblower power. She won the whistleblower power, and she was a pretty big character the first week of the game. And it's just unfortunate that, again, I felt like she got in her own way, and there was a lot more for her to do this season. There was a lot, especially with Sean. So it's just unfortunate that it had to end the way it had to end. I'm glad that her and I have talked after the game. But yeah, does anyone have any thoughts on Demonica?
Cut the cameras.
Oh my gosh. Raven. So Raven was just like Enid, she came into the season as one of the few people that quit their first time that I invited back because I felt like she quit for a rational reason. She was kind of the wild card pick, in my opinion. And she was playing pretty hard. And she was actually one of the people that I felt like if the twist wasn't in place, she might have lasted a little longer. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. But I really enjoyed what Raven brought to the game this time around, even though she wasn't here for long. Does anyone have any thoughts on Raven?
I just wish you wouldn't have gave up so soon, girl. I wish you would have just did your challenge like you were supposed to and just went out that way rather than bowing out. But I understand what you did was for a reason, so I guess I respect it.
Like, if I met Raven in real life, I would punch her in the fucking mouth. But aside from that, I think that she's a good person. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got nothing against her. She did what she had to do. Like, I played the same game where it was, you know, I would much rather my team win than for them to lose. So I gotta go. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I felt like she did it a little bit too early, but she did her thing. So I respect her.
Yeah.
She was in a lot of people's ears in the beginning of this game.
Yes.
To the point where she ended up getting caught. Like, you know, this wasn't a season 2 type of game. This was All Stars. So when people were comparing notes, like, she was in a lot of people's heads. And it's so sad that she had to leave the way she did. But I honestly think that if this duos thing wasn't going to go, she would have made it far. I think she would have made it farther than I would have probably been eliminated and she would have been here.
Okay. Well, next person is Paige. Paige was somebody who in her original season had a really tough time. Like, she was constantly targeted. They called her Casey Anthony. They called her all this crazy shit. And I really enjoyed her that first time. And I knew she was a more quiet personality. It was really sad seeing her come back this time and not really have that same fire. But I do feel like it might have been just because of how bad her situation was with her kids and like all the stuff going on. But I feel like she needed somebody like an Ida to be here to kind of give her that fire to like play harder. But does anyone have any thoughts on Paige?
I know watching her before, she got a lot of fight in her.
Mm-hmm.
It would have been cool to get to know her a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, you know, she got eliminated, but I mean, best of luck, and I'm sure I'll see her again.
I love me some Paige. Like, she's very supportive of me. I'm very supportive of her. You know, we play a game. It's a game. It is what it is, you know?
Yeah.
Like, we don't really judge each other based off of that. She is a comp beast. Like, if Paige would have been in this game, like, right now, it would have been a problem.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I respect her in that aspect. I feel bad. You know, she was busy with other things. But that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it with Paige.
Yeah. Next person was Julia. So something to actually talk about with Julia. I'm actually making the decision. Not 100% yet, but I'm thinking of kind of revoking a title and giving her a title because I looked back at like a problem. So Julia she made top 3 her first season and she kind of got robbed at that final challenge because there was an error that I didn't realize at the time. So I kind of, to make her feel better, I was like, in my eyes, you were the winner of that season, of season 4. So she came into this really wanting to win. She was the first person that I interviewed. She had a lot of fire because she played really hard her first time. And I felt like this time her issue was just that she got caught up with the wrong people. And she was kind of like a guilt by association because of that whole alliance situation with Demonica. So it's unfortunate, though, that she had to leave so early because I know she really wanted to play.
I love Julia. Most of the people that you spoke about have been from my season.
Mm-hmm.
So like I really got to know these people. Janine, Julia, these are people who, they made it really far into the game.
Mm-hmm.
So I really got to know them on a personal level. And you know, shit got salty sometimes,
Mm-hmm.
but I I respect Julia because Julia is another person who would have been a threat in this game if she would have made it far.
Absolutely. Next person was technically the first boot, Heather. So pretty much all of you have had an experience with her. She's kind of like the staple of the game. It was really weird not having her. Like, it doesn't feel like she was on the season, except for the parts where when she was on Spirit Shore, and I got to like get her Heatherisms. I don't know if any of you have ever seen Holly Weird Squares on the Howard Stern show, but like it clicked with me. She fits on Holly Weird Squares, and that's not an insult, but she would just be so perfect on that shit. I really do love Heather, but this was just not the season for her, I don't think. And I it was actually really nice getting to see people besides her get another chance to play.
I was actually kind of upset, like when when Heather was first boot. Like, not gonna lie, like
Ooh.
season 2, Heather was a staple of all the drama, all the educational things that was given to her. And this season, it felt bland when it came to like actually having like the educational purposes of the game. Because like in season 2, you got Jimmy trying to tell HLC like this of her life and like how POCs lived. And the season we didn't get to like educate HLC, and we didn't get to see her blow up a balloon. Like it was upsetting.
Yeah.
Exactly. With HLC, like, come on. Like, he needed to make it to like now. Like,
Yeah.
Heather is you know, I don't know what it is with her. Like sometimes she is annoying, but at the same time, I don't feel like she's a no offense. No offense. I don't feel like she's a threat. Like I don't feel like she's like for her to get eliminated in the beginning, like definitely not. Like
Yeah.
I feel fucked up. I know that she can be annoying and people can't really take her personality, but to eliminate her that early on in the game was like a dumb decision.
They wanted to boot Paige out, but then Heather just kept talking, and then they
as usual.
But I agree with that.
One thing about Heather though,
yeah,
her fucking name is known through orgs.
Yes.
And that's a motherfucking legacy on its own. Like, who don't know Heather? Who don't know her? What the hell? Who doesn't? So shit, if she ain't did nothing else, if she ain't won shit, you gonna know her name.
Exactly.
You gonna know her name. Say my name, you know her name. Yes, all of that. Yeah.
Okay, next one is Josh. Josh actually took his elimination very hard, I found out from the pre-jury chat. He made it all the way to top 2 his first time, and being honest, he had like no real opposition because people didn't really understand his threat level at the time because he had a lot of deals with a lot of people. And I felt like his mistake this time around was he tried playing the same game, and it's just that game wasn't going to work with this group because that season he had a lot of people that were his friends beforehand that were there to kind of cover his tracks. But Josh took his elimination very hard, and he was someone too that I felt like really benefited because of how many times he did get saved. Like he got immunity a lot. So did you guys have any thoughts on Josh?
I do.
Oh.
Josh was, if I'm not mistaken, was my
partner.
What do you call that? My partner. He was my. for a period of time, and I tried to like warn him about certain things, and I felt like he got really, really paranoid. And he went around and told everybody, like, oh my God, I feel like I'm gonna, you know. And it's like, motherfucker, you fucking stupid. Like, you're not supposed to do that. Like, I'm giving you information, take that with you, and, move accordingly. Don't go around telling people that you feel like you're gonna get eliminated or that you feel like you're being targeted. Because if I'm telling you something is for a reason, I'm your teammate. I'm not trying to fuck you over.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I felt a certain type of way about that. Like I felt like maybe he was smart in his season, but he wasn't that smart in this season. So it is what it is. Simple.
She said that. Next was Chanel. Chanel was the first winner that was officially eliminated, like officially voted off, and she really did get fucked over from the duos twist. But at the same time, that was the name of this game. It was an active decision, as far as I know. I don't know though. I'm not gonna speak 100%, but Chanel is, in my opinion, one of the smartest people that I've ever cast for any of my games. And she won a season of this, and she also won a mini I hosted. So Chanel has nothing to be, and she's also on Twitch right now, like with thousands of people watching her. So I don't think Chanel has anything really to be upset about. But y'all got her out at the right time, in my opinion. And you had problems with her, Sean.
I did not have problems with her. I actually loved Chanel. I think for
Awesome.
me it was
Awesome.
it was a biased opinion on Chanel, because if we had only connected through your game, I feel like that we would have either clicked or hated each other. But since we've clicked through playing Among Us and Zoom calls, it was even hard for me to navigate my relationship with her in this game. So seeing her go was bittersweet, but at the same time, I'm like, she won. So like, bye. Love you if you're watching.
So yeah, next was Jennifer. I think if Jennifer had won that challenge and won her way back into the game would have been very different. And as far as I was told, that challenge was neck and neck because Janae was only seconds away from dropping. So had Jennifer held up a little longer, and I think had that snowstorm not been happening, I think she could have came back in. Jennifer's problem was she shouldn't have drunk added 1 million people to a chat. That was really her only problem. I mean, for some reason, a lot of you did not like her, and I mean, this happened on her season 2, but she wasn't really a target. Like people were, I mean, they didn't care for her, but they weren't like, okay, Jennifer needs to go. But then she did that, and I just didn't understand why. And then yeah, she got booted. But then she played really smart though when she was on the Spirit Shore, because she won a challenge there and she almost got back in. So I felt like Jennifer could be proud of herself, except for that terrible move, which I will never forget.
Yeah, I think paranoia got the best of her.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what
I think she got paranoid and just was like, fix it, and just went crazy. And when you're drunk, you get doing shit. So it's like, woo. But I don't know. Jen was cool. I thought she was really cool. I won't even lie. I was worried about Jen at first because everything about her remind me of season 2 Jen. And I was like, hell the motherfucker no. I am not gonna do this shit again. Jen, we can be friends and with in one end and not two ends, or whatever the shit goes. And I was like, oh my God, here we go again with this shit. Like she even talks like the other Jen. So I was like, oh hell no, bro. But like the more I got to know her, I realized she was cool. It's just that when she did that shit with the paranoia and flipped out, like, I guess that freaked everybody out, and they felt like it was necessary for her to go on and go bye-bye. It would have been interesting because homegirl liked to turn up.
Yes.
She liked
All I can say is,
Yeah.
Jen, thank you so much for doing what you did, because if you didn't do that, I would have been sitting in that pre-jury right now. So
well,
thank
damn,
you.
Sean. Well, damn.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Next up was Sydney. So Sydney was another winner. I felt like Sydney came into this having something to prove, just because out of all the winners, she was probably the least known, just because Jimmy and her seasons were both unaired. I mean, her season, Jimmy's season, and Halloween season were all unaired, but Halloween is kind of like a running joke because he's not really considered a real winner. And then Jimmy is like a well-known winner. Like, she's come host to challenges and stuff. And then Sydney is kind of just like the question mark. Sydney's a very intelligent player, and she was in the bottom a lot. She was in the bottom, I want to say 5 times. And the fact that she stayed as long as she did really was her benefit. And what's crazy is that she got booted, not because of something in this game. It was because of some fucking mini, like banishment. It was some random mini that she and Janae were in together a couple rounds before. That was why she went home, apparently. But I
That
felt,
sucks.
yeah, and it just teaches you, don't play minis with people, like when you're in an org. Like, but I really enjoyed Sydney. I wish that we could have seen more of her. I think if she had made merge, then things would have changed with her attendance and whatever. But yeah. Does anyone have any thoughts on her?
I really didn't. I don't really know Sydney. So
Okay.
no.
Next up is Brayden. So Brayden is okay. He's not the best player, but I really enjoyed watching him this time around because I felt like, yes, he did significantly worse placement wise this time around than he did his first time, but it really showed, like, I understood now. When I remember when Demonica told me that she loved watching me grow up through her game, I kind of got to watch him grow up a little bit, because he was like 14, 15 when me and Nika interviewed him, because Nika was on that interview too. And he came back this season and he's like 17, 18. And it's just wild how much he's grown physically, but also as a player. The first time around, he didn't really message anybody. And then he made Final 2 and everyone hated him because they thought he was so smug. The second time, he again made similar mistakes, but he tried fixing them a little bit, but he went home like immediately. This time, he really tried to mend those fences. I mean, he made up with Demonica. He made a lot more social connections than ever before. Like, I was really proud of him this time around, even though he went home right before the jury phase. So, and a lot of you were afraid of how he would do in the challenges at the merge. So y'all probably did a good job, because I know he goes hard on these kinds of challenges. So
I
does
think
anyone
out
have
of
any thoughts on
everyone
him?
in this game, I do 100%. I think everyone in this game, like a lot of, like all the players, I was scared of him more, not because like he's young
Yep.
and that he's made it far. It's because of the fact that both of our histories align. We both played Instagram games. So I've seen him play, he's seen me play. He knew what type of player I was, despite my season 2 cast. You know, like he knew what I was capable of doing and what I'm doing. So that's why I was scared of him. But he didn't really do much to us.
Yeah. It seemed like Brayden was a good player. It seems like when shit would have taken off, he would have fucking took off and put that shit in autopilot and just went with it. And it sucks that, you know, it went out the way that it did. And even still, I'm like, oh damn, you know, but never any regrets. Maybe in the future we can play together again. But as with always, we saw with Sean, once you call somebody's name out, you might as well keep going with it because it's your ass either way it goes. So ain't no need to try to backtrack. No need to try to make amends and say, hey, well, hang that shit up. And it is what it is. I feel bad, but it's like, it would have been you, would have been me. Exactly. I don't want it to be me.
Well, then we have the first member of the jury. We have V. V infamously said in her first season, she just wants to get to jury. And I felt like she meant it, but at the same time, she didn't. She didn't want to just make it to jury. She wanted to last as long as possible without getting to the final two, because she has PTSD when it comes to jury questioning. And it's kind of like ironic that the first time she was the last member of the jury and this time she was the first member. I know a lot of you didn't get to know her, but I love V. I have like a place in my heart for her always. So do you guys have any thoughts on V?
I think V, she was just, for me, she was like one of those players where you don't know where she is because she's so quiet. Mm-hmm. She was never verbally there, but her physical presence was there. And it's like, you never know with people like that really where they stood. And then a lot of times she would mention like, well, I don't want to win. I don't want to win. Then what the fuck are you here for? That's exactly what my thing was. Like, why do you keep saying you don't want to win? So therefore you're here to like manipulate the game. You're here to shake shit up. Like, are you a twist? Like, what the fuck are you here for? Because apparently, you don't have any real stakes in the game. And I guess what rubbed me the wrong way, and V, I mean, it is what it is. But to say, like, when she ended the speech to, when she was doing the keep me speech, and she's like, and I can keep you safe like I've been doing, or some shit she said. And I'm like, the fuck you mean? So that kind of rubbed me wrong. Was it probably petty? Probably it was. But it was like, that didn't sit right with me at all. I'm like, no. But yeah, I'm sure she's a cool person. We bonded over her pets and shit, so which is awesome, and plants. But yeah, same thing. Maybe we'll play again one day.
What I liked about V is the fact that she's a silent killer. And what I mean by that is the fact that, like what Nika said, she's quiet on calls, but like she's quiet on calls for a purpose. She takes the information and she uses it wisely. She's not like a Joshua would when he gets information, lets it out. She didn't pull up me in season 2. When I get information, I spit it out. She holds it in. That alliance before Circle Night, she knew. She told other people, and I knew that. That's what I like about her, is the fact that she can actually hold the information that's given to her and use it to her benefits.
Not me. I honestly, with V, I was like, I wasn't really too fond of her because the first night I know that she was like, I'm gonna eliminate Demonica and this and that and blah blah blah. And then Demonica came on cool, and Demonica was like, I heard everybody say that da 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 da, and V stayed quiet. But I don't know about her, but I'm a real nigga. Like, I'm gonna say whatever I have to say to your motherfucking face. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and be like, I'm gonna eliminate you, blah, 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 blah. And then when you come on call, I'm gonna stay quiet and not say anything. Like, no. Like, if you're about that life and you talk like you're about that life, you gotta continue to act like you're about that life. Like, don't sit back and be like, oh no, I didn't say anything. Like, like, I don't like that. Like, to me, like, like, whatever you say, however you feel, you continue to feel that way. Regardless, like, it don't matter. Like, you should not be afraid of anybody at the end of the day. So if you like, I felt like if she felt that way about Demonica, she should have told Demonica, like, I feel this way about you. Simple. Yeah. And not wait till later on. Not wait till I told Demonica, because I told Demonica, like, wait a minute. V said she wanted to eliminate you. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's up with that? Why wait for somebody else to blurt out your business and not tell them yourself? Because like that, you could defend yourself, and then wait till later on and then get into an argument with them and be like, "Oh, I'm doing it for fun." No, fuck that shit. I'm gonna do this shit right now.
Yeah.
Simple. That's the only thing I don't like about B. Like, if you're gonna be real, you're gonna be real like today. Don't be real tomorrow, the next day. Nah, I want you to be real with me today.
Okay. Next was Isaiah. I felt like Isaiah came into this and he helped me with production a lot of the seasons, and he came into this, he was like a super fan. He watched every season. He was obsessed with everybody and how they played, and I think he was very afraid of going home early. And I think he gave a kick in the butt to a lot of people that were like just doing whatever. He kind of woke people up and shook the house up on his way out. So I enjoyed watching him this time around. What did y'all think of Isaiah?
Isaiah tried his best. He was here, but he was not here. Most of the time. He's cool. He's cool.
Yeah, I liked Isaiah. He did wake up a few people on his way out about how the game was going to turn around moving forward without him in the game. So I kind of like that because it was more compelling to even try in the game than giving up because I felt like I didn't have the numbers on the side or like anything like that. So I kind of like that about Isaiah, is the fact that he did not give up till he left that Zoom call.
Yeah.
And he left classy.
Yeah, I appreciated that. Okay, next was Michael.
Real quick, can y'all hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, awesome.
I believe Michael holds the record for most amount of times in the bottom across multiple seasons. Let me be 100% sure of that really quick. Yeah, he definitely holds, if he doesn't hold the record, the only one that beats him is HLC, but I mean, HLC has been on 4 seasons. But it was really interesting watching Michael play again and kind of having the same story, because he was put into the duel 3 times. 3 times. And he survived all 3 times, which was really nuts. He took Josh out the game when that motherfucker tried cheating. He took Raven out. He took Heather out. But he was in the box a lot. He was in the box 5 times. And it was kind of unfortunate because I felt like he left a little disappointed in how the game turned out for him, because I think he wanted to play a different kind of game. But it's just, it wasn't what was in the cards for him this time around. But I felt like Michael did a really good job. What did y'all think of Michael?
I think Michael was more social this time around in season 2. That's what I kind of appreciate about Michael, because in season 2, Michael was only social when there were main calls or like when we were doing live nights and stuff like that. This time around, like if I would message him, he would message like 10 minutes later. Like he was fast when it comes to like messaging. His elimination was quite, not gonna lie, he was robbed. I feel like his elimination did not really benefit anyone moving forward. It was, his elimination kind of just showed the Paymasters' decision where they fell within the game towards other people.
Yeah.
That's how I felt with like Michael and his elimination. But overall, I like Michael.
Right.
Well.
Oh, you go, Enid.
Oh
no, Nika, that was you talking.
Yeah. Well, for me, y'all know I adore Michael. It's just that for some reason we can never be on the same fucking page. He is a very good player. I think he's very strategic. It's always awesome to play with him, but like I said, we're never on the same fucking page. You know, to hear my name be called from his lips, I get flashbacks and shit, like PTSD and shit too. Like, damn, here we go with this shit again. But I mean, everybody has to do what they gotta do. But yeah, gotta respect that decision too, because I mean, it is what it is.
It really did feel like a repeat of season 2, just because all of you made it so fucking far, which I wasn't anticipating. So like at top 10, there was 5 of you left, so you were half the cast, and it kind of just felt like it was Sharonica took the place of Jimmy, and it was like the same people all over again, which was it was really crazy to look at.
It was. The shit was fucking crazy. It was like a repeat all over again with just like less drama.
Yeah.
But yeah, like that shit was, oh my God. Yeah, it was a lot. It was a lot.
Sharonica didn't replace Jimmy. Like in this situation that we were in, like when if Sharonica was still in the game, Sharonica was the Nika.
Yeah.
And Nika was the Jimmy.
Yeah, that's true though. Next was Lockie. Lockie, see, this is the thing about Lockie. People think Lockie's really boring, but Lockie's the kind of person that's hilarious in the diary room. So Lockie would be in the DR just like tearing people to shreds. And I felt like his decision to take to like put Ian in the bottom, I understood it, because I know that he felt like if he was in the bottom, at like he was gonna go, but at the same time it was just such a dirty thing to do. Like that moment was just like, oh my God, like I couldn't believe he did that. But what did y'all think of Lockie?
I think that Lockie, I loved Lockie. I loved him so much, which that I feel like that's the reason why it hurt me so much, because I felt like he did not expect for me to show up that day. And I showed up a day after I gave birth. Yes, I did. And it was pretty much like a slap in the face to him, like for me to just show up a day after. You don't expect somebody to give birth and be like, all right, hey, I'm here. Hello. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I felt like it was fucked up for him to do that. Like I feel like it, in the end, he ended up being in the same place where he did not want to be. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, what the fuck? Like you fucking idiot. You could have fucking put anybody else in there. Somebody else could have went home, but you decided that you wanted to fuck with me and fuck my shit up. And now look at you. He went home. It was like instant karma. That's fucked up. But it's called instant karma.
Yeah. Like, for me, I adored Lachlan. Like, I loved him. I did. He was so sweet. And like I always say, with the whole factors of loyalty and stuff, like, I felt like he showed in the beginning, like, that he trusted, you know, he trusted us. And it was like, when he put Enid's name down, like, when he said it, like, my heart sank. And it made me feel like he did not trust us enough to feel like he would have been okay. And I just felt like that was a real bad decision for him. And I think that may be, you know, like she said, that instant thing that took him out. It could have went a lot of different ways. And I think that he just got nervous and almost, I don't know, I won't say tried to pull a Jen, but he just tried to fix some shit so it wouldn't be him and it was still him, and then it ended up being him. So that was horrible, but yeah.
It is what it is.
It is what it
And then
is.
Sean,
I
what
took
did
him
you
out.
think?
I think it was like,
it is what it is.
I took him out based on fairness, based on my gameplay with Lockie. I did like him as a person. You know, he was kind of like he was a shady bitch. Not gonna lie. Lance's paymastering. You know, he was hinting that he will make a move, and I'm here like, who would he make a move on? And I knew that he would turn on his allies. So like that took another factor why I kind of like took him out. But also it was a shitty situation and fucked up the way that what he did. Because I feel like at the end of the day, everyone who made merch underestimated the fact that Enid was still going to play this game. Everyone had made plans without Enid in the picture because they thought Enid was going to go home and quit.
Yes. And I think that was where a lot of people made a mistake. Okay, next was Janae. So Janae was eliminated like second. And I kind of felt like when Janae went home, it was what it was because she kind of did it to herself. She made herself a target. She was focusing too hard on Josh. And I mean, Josh was part of the reason why she went home, but she made herself a target for no reason because that first night she was just talking too much shit. So I watched her on the island. She really lost like confidence in herself, I saw. And she ultimately won her way back into the game. And I just wish that she would have had the same fire that she had the first time she played, because I think that she could have made it a little deeper in the game had she done so. But I was impressed by her lasting as long as she did. She was there every single round of Spirit Shore, and she came back into the game.
Janae was lovely. She was lovely.
I think Janae had a lot of heart. Like at first, when I first met her and she was coming back into the game and she came in guns blazing, talking shit, and I'm like, who the fuck is this bitch? Like, what the fuck is going on? But then I noticed, like, I'm like, Janae is just like you without a fucking filter. But I think she was pretty cool. Would we have been able to rock? Maybe. Yeah. I don't know how her loyalty and stuff is set up, but she seemed like she's a firecracker. And she's a hell of a player, obviously, because she was damn near eating that comp. So it was like, okay. And she made shit happen when she needed to, and she made it back, which was, I mean, she made it back and others didn't. So that says a lot about her gameplay right there. So, I mean, I hope to see her at another time, too, to see how she plays.
Yeah. Janae was a good player. Absolutely. It sucks that, you know, we didn't get to compete against each other enough and she got eliminated, but you know, like you were saying, I feel like you gotta pick and choose your battles. If you feel a certain type of way about anybody in the game, I feel like sometimes just keep it to yourself till you know where everybody stands.
Mm-hmm.
Because until you don't know where everybody stands, like that can really affect your game. That can fuck you up because everybody's, you know, if Josh has people, they're always gonna think like, all right, she's trying to get Josh out. We need him as a number. We can't afford that. Let's get her out. Like she gotta go. You know? Or but aside from that, yeah, she seems like a good person.
All right, next one was Sharonica. I was really, really, really surprised, but at the same time I wasn't, of how far Sharonica made it. Because Sharonica had a lot of shit to deal with coming into the game. Because firstly, she knew a lot of you. I think the only ones that she didn't really know at all was the season 6 people. And at the same time, that's an advantage, but at the same time, it's really a disadvantage because a lot of people knew what her game was. And she was a winner on top of that. And she had a lot of obstacles to overcome. The Lance and Demonica situation in the beginning, having Janine as a partner for a week, her and Isaiah going at it. And what's crazy is that she wasn't even supposed to go home the round that she went home, because y'all weren't even trying to vote her in the bottom. So that's the crazy part, is that she could have been in this spot right here. And I felt like what Sharonica's issue was that she won her season and she was like, okay, I want to give this to somebody else. So if I leave, it is what it is. And it's not necessarily a flaw on her part because I understood it.
Negative, Dylan. That's a negative. Absolutely not.
That's what she told me.
I feel like Sharonica trusted Lance and Lance fucked her over.
Oh yeah,
And
no, she did. Yeah, no, you're right.
absolutely. I feel like she really trusted that he was gonna be like, all right, and he was gonna pick somebody else, but he didn't. He chose Sharonica, and that fucking bit him in the fucking ass. The next time around, but like, no, I don't feel like Sharonica would have given up that easily. I do not.
Oh,
At all.
do I believe she would have sacrificed herself at Final 3? No. No, she would not have done that. I'm pretty sure, but who knows? But Sharonica, in my opinion, will go down as arguably the best of all time because I felt like every time she played, with the exception of the first time, but the first time she was joining like when the season was already halfway over. She really showed how to play the game, and no one can take that away from her. If y'all have any thoughts on her.
Yeah, like Sharonica, her check being voided, like that hit me fucking hard because me and Sharonica, like we've had, I won't say beef because game is game. We play the same. We don't take that shit into real life, but we had game beef, like I'm coming for your ass, like when we play together again. But we actually put that to the side this time, and she trusted me. I trusted her enough with each other's games, and that's what I mean by loyalty. So I would have never fucking voided Sharonica's check ever because, like I always say, loyalty is everything, and she showed me that. She trusted me. Like I could have been like, yeah, I got your ass high and did that shit, but that's not. For Lance to have done that, that really fucked me up. And when, it was just a thought, I was like, I know Lance isn't going to do this. And I told him, I'm like, bro, like, I don't think whatever the reason is, like, think about it. We've been rocking this long, all of us. Don't let somebody get in your ear or whatever it is, make you waver and feel like you need to turn on Sharonica. And I really felt like at the end of our power outing, and of course, if somebody's telling you they gonna do some fucked up shit, you're not gonna just go and be like, because I really legit thought that Lance wasn't gonna do no shit like that. Like everything within me felt like he was not gonna void her check when he had mentioned it. And it wasn't like I'm gonna void her check. It was oh well, she doesn't trust me type thing. And it was like, damn, bro, but don't feel like that. Don't do that. Don't let something like that get, in your head and make you feel like you need to do something like that. And just leaving that power outing, I was confident that she was good, that we were good, that it was something that never needed to be discussed again. And everything was going to be fine because he just needed reassurance as far as where he was at with the alliance. And then just for some reason, he felt like Sharonica was his best bet. And that shit fucked me up. It really did. I was like, I cannot believe you did that. And, I hope this doesn't affect anything because I did it. I'm like, no, it doesn't affect anything. But in the back of my mind, I knew, like, no, it's your ass now, bro. Like, you really did fuck up. And I'm just glad I had the opportunity to vengeance was ours. So at the end of the day, I mean, he stabbed her, I stabbed him. So my reaction is because of your action. So it is what it is. But I certainly wish she wouldn't have went out like that, trusting somebody that fucked you over like that. That was not deserved, and that was fucked up.
Absolutely. For those who don't know, Sharonica is my real life friend for 16 years. Me and Sharonica play our game, have fuck we want to play our game. I feel like a lot of people, whenever me and Demonica are in a game together, they try to separate us because they're like, all right, Enid and Demonica, that's two people already, you know, they get more people on their team, they got this. And in reality, it's like, no. Me and Demonica are two different individuals. We play our game differently. If I do not agree with her decision, I am going to make my own decision. You know what I'm saying? If I agree with her decision, I will go with her because she is my friend and I love her. I feel a certain type of way because I feel like Lance would have probably been in this game if he would have never made the decision to eliminate Sharonica. Now, later on, people are going to look at him and they're going to be like, all right, you're not really trustworthy because, you know, you fucked up. This is not the first time he does this to her. Like, he's done this to her before. So it's like, if you've done it before, that's how you know Sharonica is such a good person. She knew it. Like, she knew it in her heart that this was going to happen. Like, she kept saying it. She said, I feel like I'm going to go home because this is exactly how I went home the last time. But, you know, and she threw herself out there. She went home.
Yeah. That was fucked up, man.
Up because, like, Lance could have picked anybody else. You had so many people. Like, you really was beefing with fucking Gloria the whole fucking season. Like, you could have eliminated Gloria, bro.
Do we want to move on? Do we want just move on to Lance? I feel like that's
I didn't get my thing.
Yeah, what's your thing on her?
It's on. This is probably the best season I had like a good back and forth with when it came to like actual rivalry, because when you paired me with Jonah, I was like, shit, I don't even have a rivalry with Jonah. Yeah. I backstabbed his ass, took him out of the alliance, and voted him back in, but then voted him out. Like, that's cool. Boom. We hashed it out. Sharonica and I, honestly, was the best because we knew we could work something out, but also at the back of our heads, we knew we couldn't trust each other. But we still made it work, kinda-ish, through the power outings and all that stuff. But yeah, her elimination actually made me turn around and stop going after Nika, because all the times I told Nika, Sharonica, that Lance is being slimy, all the times I told them, you know, Michael went home because he wanted to stay in that middle. Like, I was trying to give y'all this. It was there. Like, it was shown that
you
Lance was playing.
Give us no info like that, bro. Especially me. You've never told me
listen, I told
about
Sharonica
him playing the middle.
I did tell you that. It was you, me, and Sharonica on the Zoom call, and I told you this is what happened. This is what he told me in our power outing, in a 101. But yeah.
At the probably like the asshole end, but you can't just come out at the end and bust out some shit like that. Like, that doesn't make you look credible when you do that. Like, you should, if you would have came with some shit like that towards the beginning, it'd have been like, okay, bet. We gonna play this shit, and when the time is right, we gonna make a move and make it happen. But you can't do that like towards the ass end where shit's all like nasty and grimy to try to say something that somebody's been in an alliance with, you know, and making shit happen together. Like, what would we have looked like taking your word over somebody that we had been fucking with? You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, he showed his colors, but that was on him and his character and how he plays his game. It didn't have shit to do with us. Because
well, that's the same with me, because he was working with me and Jonah, and I was trying to give you guys as a side-to-side thing, like, the person that you are trying to trust is playing the middle, and, you know, he's not going after Glow because he knows that Glow will vote whoever is in the majority. That Final Six situation, he was sitting pretty if I did not say anything, or you didn't, if he had not taken out Sharonica. Like, he wouldn't have been eliminated in the Final Six if he did not take out Sharonica.
I feel like if you knew something like that, you should have, especially if you're so gun-ho about not wanting somebody to play the middle. Why the fuck would I want somebody that's playing the middle unless you only did it to benefit your game? Then okay, I get it. But any other reason, like, why would you even bring it up? Or why would you even, like, what's the point? It just didn't make sense. I mean, we here now with it, but it seems really weird. Because I'm sorry, I can't take somebody's word at the ass end and just be like, okay, I'm rocking with you. I'm going to believe you. You know what I mean? Had you and Jonah came and be like, look, this is what it is, maybe things could have been different. And that's if we would have trusted y'all. But still, it's like waiting to the asshole end just made it, I don't know, it made it, I guess it didn't really waver because we didn't make a move. So I guess it's the same thing.
Yeah, it didn't really do much for us moving forward.
Yeah.
Whale.
That's key, baby.
Lance, I felt like Lance could have. There was a point where I was like, "Oh my God, is Lance gonna win the game?" But his problem was that he made that move too quick. If he was gonna take Sharonica out, he should have done it when Isaiah was giving him that opportunity. But by that point, Lance had won like the same amount of challenges Nika had won. So he was a threat in his own right at that point. So I felt like if he was going to take a shot, he should have done it when Lockie did it in season 5. Top 6 is always a good time to make a move because there's not really an opportunity to get revenge after that. Not really, realistically at least. But I think you guys have kind of gotten your thoughts on him. What did y'all think of Jonah?
Jonah. Jonah gave me fucking flashbacks to season 2 as well, just like Michael, just like fucking Sean. Season 2 flashbacks, POC type shit. It gave me flashbacks. Jonah, I tried to show Jonah that I was not after him, but apparently he felt it was necessary to be after me. Jonah can't be trusted, man. I mean, like, damn, it didn't even have to go that route, but Jonah decided he wanted to start trying to stab me and shit for no reason. Like, and I guess it is what it is on that one too. He felt like it was a good time to make a move, but I wasn't even worried about Jonah. Like, it was so much game left that I wasn't worried about him, and he made it about him. Sean made it about him too, and so did Michael, but okay.
I don't think anyone was really looking to Jonah throughout the majority of the season, and that was honestly on your own, on all of you, because he's the kind of person you watch. Does anyone else have any thoughts on Jonah?
When I saw Jonah in this cast, I was like, cool. Okay. But honestly, what I liked about him this season compared to last season is that he was more vocal. That's what I respected about Jonah this season. He was more vocal than last season because last season he had Georgie talking for him. He had Jen talking for him. He had myself talking for him. He had Jake talking for him. But this season he actually stood up and like stayed with what he wanted to do.
Yeah. And like, how can you hate Jonah? Like, how can you argue with a motherfucker that's so soft-spoken and like try to cut you, but they're nice with it? They're like, hey, and they say it in a politician type nice fucking way, and you're like trying to get powered up and you can't because he's all fucking unbothered and smug and shit with his low tone voice. Like, hey, I think you should let him go. You should get rid of him. I mean, you should. I mean, I'm not a threat here. They're a threat. I'm like, what the fuck, Jonah? Like, power up and shit. Let's go. But I don't know. Me and Jonah will probably never be on the same page as far as game goes, but it's always a pleasure playing with him. But yeah, his motherfucking ass can't be trusted for shit.
Okay, and then I think that just leaves one person. That leaves Gloria. So I love Gloria, and Gloria, I believe, has the highest or has the lowest or has the highest average placement. Oh wait, no, never mind. Well, highest average placement of a three-time player. Obviously not overall because Sean and Nika and Caroline would beat that. But Gloria made top 5 all 3 times she played, and the third time she made top 4. That is an incredible feat. And what's crazy about Glow is that um, every season she seems to have the same issue. People don't really use her as like they don't really include her as an alliance member, and that was kind of how she felt this season. But it was crazy because usually people don't put her in the bottom. Usually they just like let her go. Like she just goes to top 5 unnominated and then they just boot her. But this time y'all put her in the box a lot. Like I think she went in the most this season of anybody. She went in like 4 times. And she's an OG. She was on the first season. So what did y'all think of Gloria?
I think Gloria, her placement in this game, and I know she hated it because it's gotta suck. Like, and I know she's probably heard it before, but those are the people we usually call pawn stars, PAWN, like PAWN, like that's what they are. Like they're there, and it's like a fill-in, but you're not really trying to get rid of them, but you need somebody to throw there while you make a master plan. And I think that's where Gloria got stuck. And she hated it, and it made her really, really upset because who wants to fucking be at the bottom? You know what I mean? So I felt her when it came to that, but Gloria wasn't always vocal about where she was. So just like V, except Gloria was present, Gloria was physically present, but she was verbally mute. And it's like you never knew too much where she was because it's I love everybody. I like everybody. It was all fucking sunshine, lollipops, and rainbows, which is beautiful. But like when it comes to game, it's not always gonna be that. And it's like she never really wanted to make a move and say somebody's name or to, make some shit happen or ruffle any feathers. But then when it came to certain instances, for me, she was quick to say my name. And I'm like, oh, well, I thought we was good. Like, but here you go. So, I mean, I guess she went the safe route with it, which is okay. But she's a damn good player. She came out when she needed to and win when she needed to win, which I will admit, she had me a little nervous because that first fucking game, and she's like, I'll eliminate, I love everybody, Nika. And I'm like, bitch, I thought you just said you love me. So I was kind of shocked at that shit, but it let me see where she was. And I'm like, well, damn, Gloria about to pull this motherfucking shit out the bag now. I got nervous. Like, she was holding that motherfucking ruler like, this is it right here. And I'm like, where you been all game? The fuck? But she's a sweet lady, very, very sweet lady. I'm sure that's why she's lovable and everybody, is pro-Glow. But same thing. It was either me or it was you. And I'm just glad, Enid was loyalty and fucking kept her word and kept, had my back. Because Enid could have easily been like, guess what? Joke's on you, and be like, bam, deuces. And I couldn't have done shit, but been like, okay, so I'm grateful in so many ways.
I owe Glow lunch. So when this pandemic is over, she's an hour away from me.
Yep. You better go over there.
I owe her lunch. But honestly, like, I think Glow has helped me mentally in this game. And she was the friend in this game that I could talk to the jury phase. So that's what I appreciate about Glow. Like, I did underestimate Glow. I told her that to her face. I underestimated her. But yeah, that's all I have to say about Glow.
She's a great motivator too. Like, I hate to jump in like that, but she's great with her words and just making you with the positive. Like, she needs to be like a fucking life coach or a
The TED
org
Talk
post
speaker.
where after you get through doing this shit, she like tells you how awesome you are and how other people are evil and hateful. Like she needs to be the therapy person after org because she's fucking good at
Org
that shit.
TED Talks. TED Talks for orgs. Featuring
What-
Gloria.
What did you think, Enid?
Definitely.
Oh, Enid, what did you think?
Enid?
Oh, she's probably taking care of the baby. But that's okay. That's everybody. So yay.
I think Enid's back.
Are you back?
She muted.
She probably is.
My
a kid.
Wi-Fi went off. My
Oh,
Wi-Fi
okay.
went off. Let's just talk about Gloria.
Yeah.
I felt really fucking shitty. Like really shitty eliminating Gloria, but with her, like, I also felt like I never knew where she stood. Like I felt like that whole like I love everyone. That same thing that Nico was saying, that like I love everyone, this and that. Like I felt like she went with whoever. Like I'm gonna go with the flow. Like I'm gonna go with you. Like if you talk to me, I'm gonna go with you. If this person talks to me, I'm gonna go with them, regardless of whether they were, aligned or not. And that to me, like, it's a problem because I really didn't know where Gloria stood. I feel extremely horrible for getting her out, but I do love her. I think she's amazing. I think that um she might be underestimated in a lot of occasions, and she should not. She should not be underestimated. Like I feel like she can be a threat.
Hell yeah, she can.
She can be a threat, and that's fucking scary too. So I'm gonna leave that right there.
Well, this was a really nice little rites of passage. So now we're at the end of our path. And why did I bring you guys here tonight? I'm going to give you guys the opportunity tonight to hold your own destiny in your own hands. In past seasons, we've had many different things happen. Season 1, the jury voted at in season 1, the final 3 went on for a final challenge. In season 2, we had a vote out at final 3 and we had a jury vote for the winner. Season 3, the jury voted to give someone an advantage in the final challenge, and a final challenge gave Sydney the win. Season 4, Janine won the jury vote. Season 5, Sharonica and Lockie chose their fate. They chose they chose to do a jury vote, and Sharonica won a jury vote. Season 6, the jury voted out one of the members of the final 3, Ganny, and then Chanel went on to win the final challenge. You guys have a decision to make. You guys will have 15 minutes to decide how you want this game to end. Do you want to have a final challenge to determine the winner? Or do you want to have a jury vote to determine the winner? If you guys decide to do a final challenge, then one of you will be voted out by the jury. The jury will come together and vote one of you off. If you guys decide to have a jury vote, then we'll have a final 2, and the jury will vote for the winner. Okay? So you guys have 15 minutes to make your decision between a jury vote or a final challenge. Good luck.
I'll leave it between Enid and Sean. Like, as of right now, I feel like we all busted our ass to be here. I don't want to fight no more. I mean, I know that sounds weak, like me laying down, but I don't want to fight no more. Like, the way this jury is, I'm like, you know what? Do what y'all feel like y'all need to do to make you feel better about whatever it is you need to do. At the end of the day, I'm good. Like, I'm not even tripping. Like,
Listen,
if Enid wins, I'm like, shit, there we go. It's the same. I'm good. I don't be tripping. If Sean wins, it's like, there you go, motherfucker. You got your win. All right. Congratulations. You worked that shit. and I'm happy. Like either way it goes with either one of them, I'm good. I'm good.
Same thing for me. Like I fucking did this shit pregnant. I gave birth, and I'm still here. I really don't care. Like I care. I'm not gonna say I don't care, but what I'm trying to say is I expected to go home earlier. So to me, it's like, we did what we had to do. I wasn't really, um, ah, um, I really didn't have like the energy earlier on in the game to do much. I tried my best, but whoever wins, and I'm really proud of you guys, and I, whatever happens. Simple.
So
I like this
tapos
final three.
binigyan.
Bruh, I can't fucking talk because my mom's here. Hold on.
Yeah. And then, Dylan, you said it was season 4 where there was a 3 and they voted out of the 3 who they wanted to win. Is that an option?
Oh no, there's never been a final. There's only been one final 3, and it was in season 1.
And you said, how did that happen again?
They went on to a final challenge, the final 3.
Oh, okay. Got it. Okay.
Challenge. I think we could challenge for fun, but I'm fucking exhausted. But we could challenge for fun.
I'm exhausted too. But for me personally, I feel like for all of us, we have a different story to tell. And it's not even about if the jury's bitter or not. I for an all-star season, it should be a jury vote. It should be a jury vote for an all-star season.
You might win, but
shit, you might win too. All you have to say is, y'all underestimated me. I had a baby and I still played the game. I think all of us have potential win here, because if you guys vote me out, one of you guys have my vote. Like, I'm not gonna vote better.
Nika came in late, and she's still like she's here. Like she's like, fuck this, fuck everybody. I'm making it.
You had a baby and you're here. I was at the bottom and I'm here. Like, we all have different stories.
Yeah,
we do. And I'm cool with going to jury. Like, I'll let them get they motherfucking rocks off, feeling like they did, whatever. Like, let them have it. Shit, I'm willing to let them have it. Like, get what you feel. It's an all-star season. Okay, you vote. You vote. Who did you feel?
Let jury in, Dylan. Let's do this, Brenda Meeks.
So you guys are voting to have a jury vote.
That's fine.
Yeah, let them do that shit.
Okay. Then that is the decision, and that decision is final. So this season, the jury will have to vote for who they want to win. Okay.
Are they there? Can we bring them in? Can we
They are not online. I'm gonna figure out a day for all that to happen. But
motherfucker.
We still need.
Can they have a table and talk shit about us?
Yeah,
like,
they're gonna.
I'm for it. I want to hear what they got to say. Like, say that shit. Let me hear it.
But we still need to figure out who the last member of the jury is going to be.
Okay.
So yeah.
So we gotta compete?
I have something for you guys. I'll be right back.
Oh shit. This motherfucker. Brenda.
Ain't this what the fuck we just talked about? Ain't this why we was letting them have that shit so we ain't gotta compete? God damn it.
Typical Brenda Meeks shit.
And then look at him. Wipe that silly smirk off your face right now.
Who? Me?
No, Dylan.
Oh.
Dylan's picture and he's smiling. Wipe that smirk off your face.
So on IMVU, Dylan's name is Brenda Meeks. So that's why I call him Brenda Meeks. I think it's fucking hilarious because nobody ever knew why I called him Brenda.
I think that was his username on Twitter once.
Yeah, he showed up somewhere on accident with that shit. And he was like, whoops. And then he changed it. and came back. And I'm like, the fuck? His alias.
Oh,
I
Dylan's back. Oh God.
But this was fun, y'all. Like, I had a really, really, this is what was up. This was a good game. It was fun. It definitely, I'm just glad the drama wasn't what it could have been, like, for real. And it wasn't as stressful as it could have been.
So my last 3 orgs, I've been at the top, so I've been pretty happy.
We came back to season 2. So this is what's going to happen. There are currently, after tonight, there will be 10 people on the jury. There will be one more competition for you guys to compete in, and you guys will get to, whoever wins that competition will get to eliminate one jury vote. So now this is the sad part. I brought us back to season 2. We're in the area. So we're going to follow the format from season 2. So what is going to happen now is you guys are going to have 15 minutes to talk amongst yourselves, and you guys need to figure out who's going home. If there is not a decision in 15 minutes, it'll be random. Okay?
Okay.
You guys have 15 minutes to make your decision. Good luck.
So I guess our decision just wasn't, it didn't bring enough teeth for you, huh? We just made a decision. How we get back here again? I'm confused. Like,
Brenda, what the fuck are you?
What?
You guys are voting somebody off right now between the 3 of you.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah, we trying to figure out how we got here.
Because y'all didn't want to compete.
But you just asked us what we wanted to do. Like, what the fuck?
Brenda,
you're toxic as fuck.
If we chose the jury vote, we have to vote someone out. That's what he said, I think.
Yeah.
He said the jury gets to vote someone out. I thought.
No, that's if we're doing a challenge.
What you guys were deciding was you were deciding if you wanted it to be a vote that decides how the game ends, or if it was a challenge to decide how the game ends. If you guys had chose the challenge, someone would have been cut off by the jury, and then it would have been a final comp.
15.
But since we're not doing that, it's just a vote, and that's how we're ending the game. You guys have a vote, and then the jury has a vote. Anyway, I'll resume the time.
226.
226?
Yes.
Kunin ko yung 200 ah.
Okay.
Ano pa yun? Okay.
You go eat. I'll eat later.
Tapos yung nandito, I keep it that one para sa ano natin.
Okay.
Thank you na.
Welcome.
I'm hungry.
Go eat.
I just feel like this is damn near a repeat of season 2. Like, I don't know. It's not.
I don't know what to say.
I don't either, because I didn't want to. And as much as you didn't say my name, Sean, as much as you didn't say that shit, like, the gutter part of me is like, motherfucker, you're it. But at the end of the day, I'm like, we fucking all worked hard to get here. So I can't even. I can't.
Should point, us like, 3 just do a pitch and then vote whatever?
And then he's like, it'll be the randomizer, and I'm not fucking scared of the randomizer because it's just like jury picks to me. So I'm like, shit.
Exactly.
I don't know. I'm like, Ina said exactly. I don't know. I feel like I just want to change shit up this season for me and be unfucking predictable. I'm good with whatever y'all decide, but I'm also willing to take it to the randomizer. It's whatever y'all want to do.
Like, I'm willing to take it to the randomizer. If I go home, I go home. I think that this was. I had a good time. I had a good time.
We all
Like they
fought.
say, we're here for a good time, not a long time, baby.
Hey, just like that. So, Dylan, it looks like you've been fucked again. Any other twists? He's like, y'all motherfuckers gonna get on my nerves. Everybody,
Yep.
get ready for a countdown.
We don't want no drama. We don't want no drama. We want to get this shit over and done with. Let's do this, baby.
Unless.
Look at him. He over there stuck like a motherfucker.
Yes. Unless. This is just an idea. But we can still do the randomizer. But like.
Okay.
Look at him. Look at his ass. Look at him.
Honestly, because I feel like everything will just turn on me and then y'all vote me out.
Sean is the worst. Like, Sean, let me tell you something.
What's up?
I was gonna vote you out, but
I know. I think we were gonna give Nika the swing. Nika was gonna be the swing.
yeah.
No.
All because of loyalty, all because of like, you know.
I did the scenario in my head. I said I am probably gonna get third if Nika's gonna go with the loyalty way, unless I pitch a season 2 final 2, because at the end of the day, season 2 was kind of superior, even though we ate each other up.
I always got fucked up with the loyalty, but I always pick loyalty over royalty. Like I'd rather have that reputation. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And then I think for me, it's the fact that like I want to go to the end with someone that fought their hardest too. And it's hard to do that because it's you two fought your hardest as well. And like if it was like someone else, like if it was Lockie in here, I would have voted Lockie's ass out. You know?
Absolutely.
So it's a hard choice.
Because I love some Lockie, but Lockie fucked me over. So I'm going to always hold that against him. So if we ever play together, I'm going to always hold that against him.
Mm-hmm. Do we want to do the randomizer?
Oh my God.
Because if we do the randomizers, it's obviously random. But if we're going to just vote each other out, Nico, you're the swing.
And then if we do...
So it just falls on Nika at the end of the day.
How does it fucking fall on me? What the fuck? No, it don't.
Because if we choose to vote, you're the one voting. You're choosing, you know.
What do you mean if we choose to vote? Oh, then I'm still the swing. Well,
you're the one deciding, and I'm...
All right. Well then, Sean, I'm sorry. Then I'll have to do my loyalty to Enid, and I'm a vote to let you go if we go that route.
Exactly.
Let's just do the randomizer. Let's just do the randomizer. Let's just do the randomizer. At least with the randomizer, it's an even playing field, you know, like. I'm down with that if y'all are, you know, like.
He's like, fuck this shit. No, I'm good.
He tried that shit though. He's like, he tried his pitch.
He's like, oh no, Nika's the swing. Like, we got this.
Yeah, bro, there was no swing. You know that. Why would you do that? Like, you know. Why would you do that? So, sorry, Sean.
I'm at the point in this game where it doesn't matter. You guys did amazing. So you know, it is what it is at this point. Let's let the randomizer decide.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm done with that.
All right. Well, let it be random. Sean, don't do no shit like that again. See how life works?
Listen, I didn't want to like. I just wanted to pitch something. You know, last time I pitched something, it went. You know.
Man, yeah, you did that shit. So what are you tearing up?
Listen, all I can say is actually here. let's just use up our time because whoever gets voted out is in the jury, and I'm saying whoever sits in the final two, I'm making sure that the person who gets third is not the one that we're voting out in the jury who doesn't, vote and shit. I feel like should we just talk about who we should just vote out in the jury, whether one of us gets voted out or not?
Yes.
But
Okay.
I thought it was once one of us gets voted out with the randomizer tonight, then that's it. That's final two, and then they go to the vote.
That's a 10-person jury.
Yes.
It's a 10-person jury.
But you get
the final two decides who to take a jury vote out.
Yes.
Oh, okay, understood. I mean, okay. So y'all want to decide that right now? Who to take out?
Yeah.
Okay.
My top three that I don't want is Sharonica, Glow, and Isaiah. That's my top three.
My top three is Isaiah, Lance, and V.
Who would my three be?
Sharonica for
who
sure.
did y'all both mutually agree on?
Isaiah.
Y'all mutually agreed on Isaiah?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Well then, then fuck it. Let it be Isaiah then. Y'all have two. I'm just one vote. So boom. 3.
So that'll be the person who would
Doesn't get a jury vote.
Yes. Because Isaiah's he's kind of like a threat. Like I did not want Isaiah here. He's a threat, and he's good at what he does. So, unfortunately, it did not work out this season. But yeah, it's over. I think Isaiah, that's the choice.
Isaiah, for watching this, I'm so sorry, but it's still up to the final two, so they could have changed their mind, whoever it is.
No, because if I make it to final two, it's gonna be him. Like we decided, and that's that. So I'm not changing my mind. Sorry.
I don't change my mind. I'm not that type of person. I keep my word. I do what I say I'm gonna do.
That's respectable. Okay. Well, Dylan, I think we're shielding our time to the randomizer.
We're ready.
Brenda, we're ready.
Okay, if y'all can submit your votes if you know what you're doing.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
You said randomizer.
What?
You guys need to vote though. It goes to a randomizer if there's a tie.
Okay, vote. Let's just self-vote.
I vote for myself.
I vote for myself.
I vote for myself.
Y'all are really sending it to? Okay.
You're a fucking grimy ass motherfucker. I love you, and I'm gonna see you in person. So let's make this happen because I got a lot to say to you.
Listen, I'm just proud of what happens with this final three because at the end of the day, a POC is still winning the game. Keeping that scene going up for the winners.
No, I promise y'all, I will be seeing Dylan in person. I will be getting payback. Do not worry.
It's Dylan ass. Oops.
Shit.
Brenda, get ready.
Brenda.
I should have saved my liquor for today and not last night.
Exactly.
Yep. I just watched the firework display over here in Fiesta, Texas. They went off. I should have stood in the background and sang a song or some shit.
Oh,
I love money.
Yeah.
I have the Wheels decision. I don't.
No, we want to see it live, bruh.
Yeah. Okay, hold on. Y'all are really ending the season this way?
Mm-hmm.
Listen, you gave us some shits and giggles. You're giving us some shits and giggles. We're giving it back to you.
Yeah, because he likes drama. He really likes problems. So, it is what it is. Show us.
Some shock value up in there.
Whoop, whoop. Hello, my ladies. Hello. Are you doing your thing? Yeah. Tell Dylan hi. Say hi, America. She's not an organ. She's not about that organized.
Mika, where are you going?
I just picked up my child from work, so now we are headed home to the Pink Palace.
I need to get out. I've been home. Well, I went out to the store. That's the most action I've gotten all day.
Have you turned up yet? Like, have you had a drink or anything like that yet since having the baby?
I did have a drink. I went to my friend's house for 2 hours, and in those 2 hours, I smoked. And when I got high, I kept thinking about how I need to get home to my baby.
Oh,
so I was like, no, I can't smoke no more because all I think about is my child. Like, and even if I didn't, feel like all I would think about is my child. And yeah, I did go out, but I don't think that I could do it because it just stresses me out a lot.
You know how many women go do shit like that? Okay. They don't think nothing about their kids. That's fucking awesome.
Yeah, no, my child, like all I can I need to get home. I need to get home, my baby.
Yeah. I feel you 100%.
It sucks because you wanna have fun and you wanna live your life, but at the same time, you feel like you have somebody that depends on you for everything. So you don't want to leave them alone. Like,
hello, can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can.
Are y'all really choosing? Is this for real? Are y'all really choosing to send it to a randomizer?
Brenda, yes, we are. Simple.
This is not what Dylan wanted, apparently.
No, he did not want this.
No, I only put that as an option in case this was like a tie or something like that. Like just to force you guys to make a decision.
That's how passionate we are with the final three. Is the fact that like we'll just let the randomizer rob us, you know?
Exactly. It's fine, Brenda. Make it happen.
No, bitch. We are not. Y'all, we are not ending the season that way.
You cannot just say, oh,
no, Brenda,
if there's a tie, there's a randomizer, and provoke it again.
In this way, like, no, fuck you. We're ending the season this way.
We're not ending it this way. There's still a jury vote. That's how we're ending it.
Yep, exactly. So randomizer is just cutting somebody loose, and then jury vote is crowning the winner. The coldest winter.
How long
ever.
are you making this too?
Well, shit, you want to let your TV channel vote? I don't give a fuck. You can let them do it.
Y'all
I don't
are
give
gonna
a shit.
feel so.
You don't want to do randomizer.
Y'all are gonna feel so dumb. Hold on.
Listen, I'm happy with the game I played. If I needed, I'm pleading to the jury, I don't.
No,
you know.
y'all are gonna feel so dumb after okay, hold on.
Why?
No, you'll see. Okay, hold on.
Cause he probably put some weird shit like.
How do I make it?
How to go to go up.
Okay.
Go to wait. Okay, scroll down again.
Okay.
Are you looking at the timer? Go to advanced options.
Okay.
If it's the timer.
Okay, is it reset? Okay, it's reset.
They can't get no theme song, nothing, the fuck.
Oh. Okay. The wheel has decided. Okay. I really can't. I can't believe that you guys really did that. But okay.
So who got eliminated?
Sean.
The wheel landed on Sean, and that means
Well,
that
fuck.
It really didn't matter because at the end of the day, if we didn't do the randomizer, I was still gonna get voted out.
I was gonna give you guys the option to do a challenge because originally, okay.
Damn it, the wheel spoke. We spoke. Give the people what they want.
I'm not changing it. That's the final decision. But I was gonna give you guys the option to do.
I'm not upset.
You know what? This is a perfect way to end a really weird season. This was such a weird fucking season. Oh my god. Hold on, let me get the checks.
Wow. Listen, I'll take my third place and run with it.
It was a good game, Sean. You did good.
I had fun, you know, like at the end of the day, like we're winning $100. So
I'm
technically I
proud
paid
of
for your winner. I paid for that winning money.
I am proud of you. I will say that. Like, you spoke up for yourself. You made some moves this game. You did your damn thing. So regardless of, Sean, at the end of the day, I love you, boo. It's never any bad feelings, any hard feelings. It's always all good, nothing but love. So.
All right, I have 3 checks in front of me. Enid, congratulations. Somehow, some way, you have made it to the final 2. And that is incredible. Seriously. Here's your check. Nika, I'm pleased to announce that you are the first contestant in the history of I Love Money to make it to the final 2 times. The question is, will history repeat itself for you, or will you take home the title? Here's your check. Sean, I couldn't think of a better way for you to go home. To be honest, you have been such a wild card, not only in this game, but in the franchise. You've come such a long way. You started in this game in season 2, and it was your first game, and it was really, I had never seen someone play the way that you had played. And you made it all the way to the final 4, and you had a really good chance at winning that first time. Really good chance. Then production happened in season 3.
Don't talk about that.
But we won't go into that. And somehow, some way, you found yourself here. And I know you didn't expect yourself to do as good as you did. I know the public didn't expect you to do as well as you did. But you did a stellar job this season. You were responsible for really why this end game was exciting, because you said, I don't want to just let it steamroll, and you put up a hell of a fight. And that's all I can really say. I'm really happy that you came back, and you should be very proud of yourself. But unfortunately, the wheel has spoken, and your check is void.
Am I the first person who got wheeled out in the final 3?
You are the first person.
Period. I made history, bitches.
You're the first person in the history of the game to be eliminated via a randomizer. So I mean, hey, it made it different.
Go down in history.
Y'all probably are the ballsiest final 3 I have seen in my life. But hey,
this honestly was my game to lose, from the looks of it. Am I proud of the game I played? Yes. Fuck yeah. Nika, you got lucky when we shared our fucking paymaster, because I would have definitely eliminated Eden after telling you I'm taking Jonah out. But I've been dying to say that to you so much, so bad.
Wait, you were dying to say what?
That I was gonna take out Enid instead of Jonah.
Yes, he wanted to do that, but the rules didn't allow it because you guys had to agree beforehand. But yeah,
but remember, it's okay because Dylan. Remember, I asked to go second, and I was like, okay, I'll do that as long as I go second. So no, sir. Yeah, that shit wouldn't have fucking flew by at all. That's why I asked to go second. So yeah, we was both on some sneak shit, and somebody would have got snuck anyway. So yeah.
At the end of the day, my heart will stay where it lies. I'm not gonna say that. I'm very proud of the both of you. Dylan, thanks for asking me to come back. I mean, I knew I was an all-star. You've been saying like, "Oh, I'm saving you for later," because you knew I've been dying to come back. But yeah, Enid, Nika, another woman's about to win this game, keeping that POC winner circle alive at the end of the day. And yeah, I'm very proud of you guys.
It's guaranteed to be a sixth black woman in a row to win the game. That
Sean,
is incredible.
Sean,
Black girl magic.
take your loyalty with me. You know, stop being a shiesty motherfucker and be loyal. You will make it to the end. I got your back. You hear me? I got you, baby. I got you.
Okay. Sean, if it does make you feel better, from the math I was doing in my head, I think you would have won if you had made it to final two. So I'm sorry. But anyway, it is time for you to bounce, Sean. Thank you so much. I'm going to put you in the waiting room. Oh, you have one more thing?
Sorry, my mom's on the phone. Yes, I know loyalty would have probably got me in the final two, but
you made it. You made it, so it don't matter.
I still made it to the final three. I still worked my ass off, saving my ass every single round ever since Isaiah left. So, I'm proud of that. I'm proud of that gameplay. I wasn't wishy-washy like last time. And yeah. Anyways, good job to the both of you.
You did a good job.
By the way, I want y'all to see, I made this competition in case y'all went with a comp, and I loved it, and I wanted y'all to see it because I thought it was really cute. It's based off of the Big Brother All-Stars Final Four veto competition. I thought it was really cute.
I would have fucking won that.
Yeah, you should have picked a challenge then. Anyway, thank you, Sean, and we will see you later. Well, this is quite a final two. This is probably the most unexpected final two in the history of this game. Nika, you entered the game late as a replacement for Janine. Enid, you came into the game 8 months pregnant. The fact that you two are the last ones standing just shows how unpredictable and crazy this game is. And it's gonna be a heck of a ride to see who ultimately wins the entire thing. And I think it's gonna be pretty close. Anyways, audience, what is going to happen now is this is our final two. They need to start planning what they're going to say to the jury. The jury is going to meet for a jury roundtable. That is probably going to be, I'm planning on Saturday, 8:30 Saturday. And then I want to crown a winner. Today's day 46, so 47, 8, 9. I would be okay crowning a winner on Monday, day 50. So
okay.
The round table, y'all will be able to watch that. Will be on Saturday. And then we will crown a winner where the jury will get to question you and cast their votes. That will be on Monday at 8:30. Anyways, this has been a long night. From outside the I Love Money All-Star house with our final two, I'm Dylan Andrews.